Hi, Brad from West Coast Mazda, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new, fully redesigned 2019 Mazda 3. Two of the biggest changes on the 2019 Mazda 3 is the fact that they've separated the Sport and the Sedan into two separate categories, and also all-wheel drive is now available for the first time in the history of Mazda 3. So as you can see with the 2019 Mazda 3, it's fully redesigned, and one of the cool features on the Sport is this blacked out grille that they've now added. So it's very sporty, has a very aggressive feel on road, and then also you'll notice that this paint is unique. It's called polymetal and it's new for 2019 on the Mazda 3 Sport. One thing you'll notice with the Sport is the unique styling of the vehicle. So they've done away with all creases on the vehicle. It actually plays with the light, so when the light hits the top of the vehicle it reflects down and gives you that bold character line that you're going to see on the side of the vehicle. Very unique, very sporty, and going to be a very big seller for us. And one of the things you'll notice right out the gate is that even the mirrors have a lot of style. A lot of companies just bolt them on here, but Mazda's taken that extra step to give it some character lines and to make it look really sharp on a brand new car. One thing they did with this car is that they made things very simple throughout the range. Doesn't matter if it's GX, GS, or even like this one, which is a GT. The combination taillights have LED lighting. The third brake light is full LED as well. Now when it comes to cargo space in the Mazda 3, this car is not just about style, it's also about functionality. You open up the hatch, and you can see that there is plenty of room for all your needs. If you're out there and you're doing some grocery shopping, you can put all the grocery bags back there, no problem. So one of the key elements that Mazda wanted to focus on in the new Mazda 3 was ergonomics, making sure the vehicle was put together in a way that was easy to use for anybody who jumps in here. They'll know exactly where things are. But they didn't just stop there, they wanted it to be luxurious. One thing you're going to notice is this prominent red stitched dash leather. Very nice, very soft, very upscale, and it runs the entire length of the dashboard, and it breaks up the black in the vehicle as well. You also have red leather seats. In the Sport you also get the black headliner, which is unique to this car as well. It's just a beautifully laid out, it's basically a cockpit in here. So something that I personally like on the new Mazda 3 is the startup of the vehicle. So you just simply put your foot on the brake, push the start button, and as you can see, everything comes to life. So for the 4th generation Mazda 3, we've redesigned the HMI controller. Let's just call it HMI version 2.0. It's got a nice scroll wheel here that's much easier to use than the last generation. They moved the cup holders to the front so that this is much easier for the user to play with and use with the Mazda Connect system. They've changed it so that the scroll wheel does more things, has more features. They've put the buttons much simpler around it, where you've got the music, you've got the navigation, you've got the back button, and you've got the home button. They also redesigned the volume switch, which now does a pause and play, as well as fast forward and rewind. And then they've put the favour button below it. And if you go into your favorites, it's whatever stations or satellite stations that you've saved are right there and easy to access. So since this is now the 7th generation Mazda, they've done many things to update the car, make it more luxurious, make it more premium feeling, and one of those things is updating the Mazda Connect system and the HMI controller. So simply we can just turn it on, push the home button, everything comes up. As you can see, I've got the Apple CarPlay connected as well, which is now standard on the vehicle. There's a lot of information in here. This is something you're definitely going to want to come and visit us in the dealership and have us go over some of the stuff with you. But some of the basic stuff here, you've got information at the top. You've got your owner's manual built in here, which is very unique to this class. You can pull it up, you can pick a feature. So as you can see right there, it's highlighting what it is. The steering area, so it lights up the steering wheel, you can push it, and it'll tell you different things that can be done with the steering wheel, the controls on there and everything. Simply just go back, and you can go back to the screen before, or you can hit any of the buttons around the HMI controller, go back to the home, go to the navigation system. As you can see there, I've got this set up right now with it a split screen, so it's got the radio on there as well as the navigation, but you can change that in settings to just have it as a full screen navigation. By the way, this is an 8.8-inch screen that is fully functional through the HMI controller. One thing you notice in the back of the Mazda 3 is there's lots of leg room, lots of hip room, lots of headroom. Very luxurious back here. This one's trimmed in the red leather, which is available on the Sport only. Very nicely done. Cup holders, of course. Just a great place to spend some time. My first impression of driving the new 2019 Mazda 3 is I'm blown away. Obviously I'm a Mazda guy, so I know a little bit about the cars, but this one is a different beast. This is a different type of animal. This thing's unbelievable. The fit and finish, the quietness of the car, the functionality, the new HMI controller, the new screen for the Mazda Connect system. It's all beautifully put together and works seamlessly. I just love it. And this one here is actually my demo, so obviously I do love it. It's very high end. It's definitely punching above its weight class. It's definitely a premium vehicle now. Just the materials that they've used inside here are above class. You've never seen anything like this, and if you want to see something like this, you know where we are. It's West Coast Mazda, and we're just across the bridge in Maple Ridge.